Hello everyone, another Klaus here, and today we're gonna review some 2008 Titan set. So it's gonna be this time Toa Ignika, released as part of the first wave. So here it is. So excuse me if the box is kind of badly damaged. Okay, here it is. So I hope you can see all the box in all in is glowy. So here it is. So as you can see Toa Ignika in his overboard on the front of the box. Of course, the background is the Kadanui background, so with this kind of work part right there and all of there, of course. You've got some Fantoka logo, I think, right here, and Bionicle Toa Ignika right in the middle of the box, upper part in the middle part of the upper part of the box. And that's quite all. Yeah, of course, you've got all this little stuff right there, which is some decoration from the first year, from the 2008 years, the first wave. Not really interesting because you've got the same stuff on the side and some information, so not really that interesting. Then we're gonna look at the background. So not really any gimmick at all, as you can clearly see, because it just shows you how to launch the new I think it's called Midak Sky Blaster. So in fact it's just some atmosphere in a new launcher. So it just shows you how to launch this. You have the barcode right there. You have kind of a front pose with the two not together, so with his overboard and then the Toa Ignika. You got a nice background with the Mask of Life, which is kind of badly damaged on the side, so it's kind of nice pictures, in my opinion. And then you got all the 12 sets of the first wave, apart from Mutant Levican. So you've got all the canister and Matter 1 set. And that's quite also a nice box, very simple, not that much on gimmicks and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just gonna go on because it's more interesting to talk about the set itself, of course. So here's the instruction booklet, but again, you can clearly see there is no alternate model or combiner model. Okay, this time it's tell you to try to sort your parts before building. Personally, I did not do that, but still. Oh yeah, and then you've got some parts packs which take like 2 pages, but as you can see, there are like just 4 parts on 1 column, so I don't know really why. Bionicle.com, and some really big pictures of all the sets, so canister set and then the Matter 1 set. And here we go, and also it shows you the famous combiner you can make with the two combiner, because of course it's just to put the Matter 1 on the Toa. So they were really proud of this, I think, and it really plays also an important role in the storyline. Even if the storyline of Kadanui is not really that interesting, because most of the time it's like, okay, the Toa gonna save the Matter 1, yeah, but when they save the Matter 1, one of the Toa get captured by the Makuta, so they get back and then try to save the Toa, but then they capture the Makuta, and then the Makuta try to recover their Makuta and then capture a Matter 1, and then the Toa go find the Matter 1. So it's kind of the story of Kadanui isn't really interesting if you read this on bio sector. It's really pretty much all of the same stuff, and it's not really interesting. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the storyline. We're here to talk about the Toa Ignika. And so here it is. So of course we're gonna begin the review with the Toa itself. So, of course, it's this type of set which are from the Titan set with 1 canister set in it and then 1 vehicle. So it first appeared, if I can say so, with Takanuva in his Usanmi. Then we got some Kikanalo and Toa Likan, or at least Toa Likan and Kikanalo, because yeah. Then in 2005 we don't have anything. In 2006 we don't have a Toa, but still we got Fezel and Fenwax, so with YE this time. And 2007 we got Toa Lezovic and his vehicle, and this time, 2008, we got Toa Ignika and his overboard. So here's the Ignika. You can see is it's got a nice color shade because it's yellow and black, and I think that's really a nice color put together. But they still decide to put some silver on the armor part and stuff like that. So why not? Anyway, as you can clearly see, if I put this off, just a test, you can clearly see that in fact this set is pretty simple, because it's got the pure Piraka frames. There is no armor more on this, it's just the Piraka frame with 1 connector on there to put the head. As you can see, you have the new brain eye combo parts, which is from 2007 with Toa Kongu, so this time it's used on all the Toa, so here it is. Of course, it's in some trans neon green. Of course, on the back you've got the part to put the Matoran on there, so it's the same as other Toa. And then what the only part which is really interesting on this set is, oh yeah, of course, you got the new type of connector, which are, I think, supposed to be more solid, but breaks more easily than the older connectors. So really, thank you Lego, but I don't think it was really useful to change the connector if they break really more than the other. For example, look at this stuff, like here. I think there is, yes, you can maybe see it well, but there is some crack right there. Oh yeah, I think you can't really see that well. I think that I've got some on the legs, yeah, also some on the legs right here, yeah, very nice. You know, before in 2007 it was just the lime green connector which break, and this time it's even the yellow and the blue metro one, so yeah. I'm just gonna pass on it, so. And then yes, one of the interesting parts is the shoulder parts, because it's made with this shoulder, the Mataro shoulder pads, and then some Maruton dagger right here. So it's kind of nice, in my opinion. It's some like more bulkier shoulder armor. So yeah, it's one interesting point on the Toa. Then for the weapon, we got the Yuki one. So there is this time there is no axle right here. So it's just the Yuki one. So it's kind of okay, even if it's not really that charismatic. Of course, we got some double little connector right here, some the smaller one, and then some long one on the legs. And as you can see, it's used 4 times some workshy legs. And for the legs itself, yes, we got this part, which is an Ignika tight armor, so nothing very new. And then some Nuparu Maui, excuse me, shoulder tight or shoulder armor right here. This time in silver, because it was always before in black, and I think that's nice to have this in silver also. But maybe it was released in some Titan of 2007. I do not own every Titan released in 2007, so I don't really know if it was released before, apart from Tony Perry. Oh, look at this, it's also broken here. So anyway, yeah, I've got also some Metro Fit in yellow, but I think it was already there in Kitten, but still a nice part selection of yellow parts. And also, I think that's not the first time to do it. But anyway, let's talk. Yeah, it is the new mid-axe Sky Blaster. So I think it's nice because it can hold all 4 armor, and this time, of course, it does not fall. Yeah, right here. So you can fire them all in the same time. Kind of. So you're just supposed to put this off and fire with that. Just press this stuff. And of course, others are more in there. And you got some axle all here and there. So yeah, anyway. I think that's all, yeah. So yeah, and then the most important part of this set, because if you look like that, apart from the armor shoulder and some yellow parts, it's not really that interesting set. And then Lego do it again, so the set is not really interesting itself, but they decided to put an important mask, the Mask of Life. It is in its first form, in its silver, of course. It was then released in a new mold with Matanui, of course, 2009. With its smaller mask, it's also quite nice. And also it was released like that in some gold color in Toa Matanui Titan Sight in 2009 also. But this time the first appearance of it, of course the first appearance was with Vizon and Fenwak, but this time it's really the final shape of it, so with the famous body shape right here, maybe the wet spirit shape here, and the eye. So really, it's a nice mold, it's an impressive mask, so yeah, it's really they will do a good job with this one. And it looks quite well with him, I think. So yeah, it is, the toy itself, so not really inspired or at all. And with broken connector also. So we're going to talk about the other part right now because it's the most interesting part of the set, of course. It's not a clone of another Ignika frame, so anyway. So I decided to destroy it in multiple parts to try to explain you how it works, but it will still be kind of hard. So of course, it's mainly made with tons of technique beams and technique panel right here, as you can see. You got like 6 technique panels in this set, that's quite nice. And also you got some weapon parts, like for example the Butake one, or even the Jaller sword, Jaller Maui of course, or some Matao Maui blade. So here it is. So of course the main color scheme is silver, black, and with some light gray. So here it is. So here's the front part, if I can say so. So as you can clearly see, it's all made thanks to this technique beam and also all the hole in the panel parts. So thanks to this all, we're gonna be able to put, for example, this Butaka part right here, and also this part here. So it's kind of all linked together. It's all, I think it's all you have to know on this set, that they really do a successful job because they link all the parts together and did a great job on it, I think. So here it is. And I'm gonna add some other parts. So of course I have, I think, yeah, I will have to check out how I'm supposed to put this. But then, so you have the front part right here with some wings right there made with the Kopaka's wings, the Kopaka Frontocar's wing, of course. You have then the center part or the middle part, I can say so. Right here, so of course it's the same, so it's made with some technique beam and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna check on the instruction booklet how to put them on, to be sure not to make any fault. So yeah, you have this part. I'm going to show you other parts. In fact, I'm not really trying to build this now. So you have this one. Then we got also this part, which will be useful to extend the vehicle itself on the ground. So it's really quite simple. You can see with some technique beams and some Matoro Maui stuff. And then we got also this part, which will be useful to link all the parts together on the upper side of the vehicle, of the overboard. And then we got the rear part, which is really interesting because they will do a nice job on the shape itself. As you can see, you have all this technique panel right there. Inside you have some big reactor, if I can say so, which was used before in the playset set of 2007, which was in some light blue color, I think. Here we've got the new type of slicer fit, so with axle here and not pinhole. And so all these parts are quite of linked thanks to this light gray part and this one right here. So I'm not gonna try to explain more. I think I'm just gonna show you the set itself finished. But they will do a nice job with this rear part. So here we go. How do we do? So yeah, I've got this part, I know. Then I'm gonna add this part on this seams. So here it is. Then I'm gonna add this part on these two pins right here. So we're almost done because it just, as you can see, just have to put the rear part on it. Oh yeah, of course it's maybe kind of hard, so I'm gonna just put off some pins right here. And yeah, so yeah, I'm then supposed to to link this pin right there to this pin all on the panel parts. And then I'm gonna link this part right here, the rear part, to this middle part here, which can cannot move. So I'm just gonna put some pinhole right there, the blue one, as you can clearly see, because in 2008 I think they decided to change all of them to blue and not black anymore. Maybe it was in 2007, but I think it was from 2008, this part. In 2007 it was just the axle in red. So yeah, we got all this part, and then we just have to add this part, this last, if I can say so, technique beam, and there we go. And you can see with the part right here, it's it blocks the movement of the water, so it's kind of nice, so it does not turn all around, thanks to this part right here. And here we go, it's finished. So I'm gonna close the wings on the side. And as you can see, it's clearly a well done design model. Seriously, I was really impressed with this set because at first, when you open the box and the bags, and after you finish, of course, the simple Toa Ignika, you have really not that much part, so you are kind of curious on how they done the model itself, and then you learn tons of technique builds, and they really did a good job with a few parts, in my opinion. Really with a few parts, and of course, thanks to the Technic panel parts which are really big and cover tons of surface or space. They really done a good job with this one. So as you can see, you can close the wings or make them open. Of course, it's just on some pinholes, so you can do stuff like that anyway. So yeah, and apart from that, it have no gimmicks at all, so we can make it stand like that thanks to the parts. And that's quite all. But seriously, it's really a well done vehicle. I think it's one of the best. Even in front of the Usagi, because the Usagi was quite nice, got more parts and stuff like that, but this one also got really interesting technique builds, and is really got a famous construction. Of course, it overdone the vehicle of Lazovic, because the vehicle of Lazovic, even if it's quite nice, we use technique builds and it's not really that impressive, even if it's really got a nice overall design which look like kind of a fish. But this overboard, I think, is top notch, seriously. And then we're gonna just have to, of course, use the holes on the feet, the pinhole, to put this on this pin. So also really simple, and it works well. And there we go. I'm gonna do this like that with the Toa Ignika on his overboard. So of course you can have fun and swoosh it around. It's not really that heavy, as you can see right here. So of course, because of my cam, I cannot really make him like go high and stuff like that. But still, you can have some fun with that. Of course, apart from that, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. And I think that's all. Yeah, so maybe just do a little turnaround, so it will be useful to show you the two set itself. So the overboard and then also the Toa Ignika. And then I'm gonna do a little, yeah, maybe, again this time I haven't shown you the articulation. I think I really wanted to review you the overboard and not this, this Toa. So yeah, for the articulation, you can, it's still good, nice articulation, but because you can see it's not blocked at 90 degrees, it can go all the way up, and the same for the legs. So seriously, if you look like that, you can really do. It's really a well articulated Toa. It's just too bad that this yellow connector break really easily and are really from poor quality plastic. And also the fact that it's not really original at all, in my opinion. Even if I especially like this color scheme, I especially like the black and yellow together. And yeah, apart from that, yeah, so yeah, to do a little sum up of the two sets in one, if I can say so, the canister one and the vehicle, the overboard. So on the Toa itself, the color scheme is nice, the articulation is perfect. Seriously, you can turn this all the way you want. So articulation perfect, but the frame itself is a deja vu, seriously. It's just some Piraka frame from older times. It's not like Lazovic, which adds some new part on the body. No, it's just the same parts. Of course, with the stuff to put some material on it, so it's kind of okay. The only parts I think the only parts which are kind of interesting are the shoulder one, which are okay, and also this part on the arms, because it's quite nice to put this like that. It's kind of do the waxy leg, which are really thin, more bulkier. So yeah, it's kind of nice with this part and this part, but apart from that, it's not an interesting Toa. I think I prefer personally Lazovic, even if it does not have the famous Mask of Life. So yeah, of course, it's a must-buy for those who want the Mask of Life in this original version, and I think it costs less than Toa Matami. So yeah, I think that this Toa is just good for his articulation, color scheme, and then some parts. But apart from that, the basic frame is not really interesting at all. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's just really a simple Toa. It's not really, it doesn't have any really charismatic aspects. So it's your normal guy, your normal Toa. So yeah, maybe it was supposed to be like that. I don't know, but still. So yeah, the Toa is just 50-50. It's got some nice parts. So of course, it's got really interesting for the Mask of Life itself. And also it's got some mid-scale blaster so for those one who doesn't have this projectible. So it's a really nice projectible anyway, but it's really simple because it's reused the Zamor sphere in some new way, so it's okay, if I can say so. It's not really interesting, but it's work well. Yeah, it's worked pretty well, and the armor don't fall off, so yeah, that's kind of nice. And then you got the overboard. I think it's really the interesting part of the set because it even surpassed the Mask of Life in awesomeness, if I can say so, because it's really it's a nice build. I think the techniques are really okay in my opinion. The color scheme is pretty simple. It doesn't have really that tons of gimmick, but still it's got really a nice design, and you can really have fun and swoosh it around in every way possible. So yeah, I think there was nothing really to talk about. So the technique builds are nice, and the overall design is really great stuff. So in fact, this set is pretty nice. So if you look for original Super Toa, just pass your way because it's not the case of Toa Ignika. It's not original at all. But if you look on some really nice vehicle, nicely made at a lower price because we can't really afford some Axelawa or some Woko or Jetwax Thesis or even the new vehicle, but of course the two types have different. Some are on the ground and this one are for the air made, of course, because it's overboard, kind of. So yeah. If you look for an original vehicle, nicely made, and also for Toa, which have kind of a nice color and interesting part for the mask, really a nice mask, then it's the set for you, I think. So yeah, it is. So I think that you have all the pros and the cons on your side, so it's up to you to decide whether or not you like this set. Personally, I like it, even if the toy is not really that interesting set, but I really like as you have seen the vehicle, so this all about. So I think it's kind of a nice set. So look on it at some cheap price, and yeah. And also tell me what you think of it in the comment section, so we can talk about this set if you want. And if you find the toy is really awesome, just explain me why and stuff like that. And so I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope also you can have made your own opinion on this set. And then see you later for another Bionicle video review. Bye bye!